so when our previous principal was removed, the board appointed Ms. Stokes and Mr. Hubbard as administration. And when they came in, we were under the assumption that they was going to allow us to use the action plan that we had put together. Well, as a school, we did it when they tried to close Guggenheim the first time. The staff came together and we all put an action plan together. And Huberman gave us the impression that they was going to allow us to follow that action plan. But when we came back to school the following year, it didn't happen. And so there was a lot of changes, a lot of different changes were made. Teachers left, not necessarily on their own free will. A lot of teachers were kind of forced out. And so it impacted not only the staff, but it impacted the students as well. What they're trying to do now is crazy. Closing down 54 schools is going to be so chaotic. Students are going to be destabilized like our students were when they had to go to Bond. And from my understanding, they're not doing well there. So
the receiving school for Guggenheim was Bond Elementary School. Bond Elementary School is a receiving school again this year for the children from Outgale. So we're headed to the west side right now. The interesting part about this step of our trip is the interesting way that CPS has set up this transition. So you have students that are at Melody Elementary School currently. The students and the staff from Melody will go to Delano. The students at Delano will remain at Delano. The staff at Delano will not remain at Delano. Now, what you will see is that in between Melody and Delano is Gold Black. So you will pass a school to get to another school. A school where those students will be then transferred to Heffernan. So there is a maze that parents and students are navigating at this point to figure out where they will land next year. So that will be our next stop. We'll get off the bus. We'll get off the bus at Costner and Harrison, so we can actually take the route the students will have to take who live in that neighborhood to get to school.
So yeah, what is your biggest concern?
The distance and the gang activity around here. Like she said, there's a lot of gang activity, there's a lot of, people that's on drugs, and they'll just try to snatch you up, they'll rob you for whatever you have. It could be just a little diamond ring that you have on your finger and they want to. So you have to think about the children and not just yourself. Maybe they should take a walk. Like we're doing, you'll experience what we're going through and what our children have to go through every day.
Okay, and what's your call to CPS? Come down here and see this or what?
They should come see. Walk the walk. Like she said, walk the walk. Just don't talk. Just walk the walk. You will see a lot. If you walk yourself, you will see and you will understand much more. And you will see clearly.
Congressman Barbie Rush just stated earlier, today Dr. Martin Luther King was murdered. And these are the things that we need to take in consideration, is that we as a people, no matter what color we are, we should stand for what is right and people's civil rights. We as parents are very concerned about Chicago Public Schools closing our schools in all of these different areas. 50 schools is too many schools to close. And we know that the bottom line is that charter schools are not the answer. We, as the parents, told Chicago Public Schools that it would be a problem with our children being bused 22 blocks away, but they refused to listen to us. There is no reason why our students should be riding a bus, passing schools, and not being able to go to a school in their own community.